Hi guys, thanks for tuning in to the latest episode on the Scantool Network. In this video, as you've worked out, we are doing a comparison video between the Ancel FX3000 and the Foxwell NT680 Pro Kit. Now I apologise that this screen on the Foxwell kit isn't really showing up as well as I'd like it to on camera, but it does look good in the real world, so don't worry about that too much. Yeah, so we've got two diagnostic packages here, probably to a certain extent they are aimed at the same people, but on a different level. This one here is maybe aimed at some other people as well, and I'll also get into that as we work our way through the video. So first of all, where to buy these tools. They are both available in the links in the description below this video. This one's available on Amazon and it's currently available for £240. That's about $320. That's at the time of making this video. Prices are subject to change though. This one is more expensive. It's £450, which is about $600. So this one's available at Diagnostic World. This one's available at Amazon. Like I say though, the links are in the description below this. One thing to note about the links though is that if you want to make sure you're getting a genuine tool, make sure you use the links in the description below only, because they will take you to genuine listings. There are fakes, there are clones on the market. You don't want to be getting involved with those because they will cause you vehicle problems, they'll cause you problems with the tool itself, and they won't update correctly and they won't do as they are supposed to. So that's all I have to say on that. So who are they aimed at? I touched on it earlier. Well, let's start with the Ancel kit. This is the cheaper one. This is probably aimed at people who want to maybe look after their own cars. So home DIYers who maybe have one car they want to look after and they've got one eye in the future. They want a tool which is going to look after their future cars as well. Or maybe you've got 2, 3 or 4 cars in your family and you want a tool which is kind of broad enough to cover all of those vehicles. Well, that's what this tool is aimed at. This tool will also do all of that, but it's more sort of suited or more aimed at somebody who has a wide range of vehicles, like a fleet of vehicles, or maybe a mobile mechanic or a small garage or workshop, and you want to get access to a wide range of vehicles. You may not necessarily know what you're going to get in day to day, so you'll need a tool that will cover everything that comes in. This is probably more suited to you. But you know, there's nothing stopping you getting this tool if you fit into the home DIY category at all. You know, it's absolutely fine. They're both hard case units. Obviously this is more of a horizontal unit, so it's kind of like an old 90s sort of handheld game machine, or like a Nintendo Switch. This one is an upright position, so you know the screen is just sort of, it's the same size screen, it's just obviously you see a different you hold it differently, and obviously they are both kind of hard wearing units, so you can see they're got quite a rugged look on them. Well, that it basically helps, you know, if you were to drop the tool or anything, or it can withstand a bit of force so long as nothing sort of hits the screen or anything like that. They're not touch screen. You do need to use the buttons on both of these screens, so don't assume that you can just tap these like you can your latest smartphone. You do need to use the buttons on the side. Now when it comes to manufacturer coverage, I'll use the Ancel tool first of all. So if we go to Diagnose and I'm clicking on Scan, so I'm just going to work my way through the list here. You can pause the video if you need to, but this is the quickest way for me to show you all of the manufacturers which are covered. You've got quite a range there. When it comes to this one here, the Autel, it probably helps if I bring it a bit closer. It's got an annoying beep on this one, which I do like to turn the beeps off. So beep off. Just makes the whole experience just that little bit better. Right, so we go to Diagnostic. So first of all, this splits the manufacturers into different regions. So if we go to America, okay, then we'll do the same for Asia. Then we'll do the same for China, as Donald Trump would say, China. And then Europe. So you see, one of the good things about this tool is that it does cover more manufacturers. It's got Rolls-Royce, Lamborghini, Aston Martin, Ferrari, which is very handy if you're lucky enough to own one of those vehicles, should I say. So that's the manufacturer coverage. Now what about system coverage? Well, again, let's look at the Ancel tool first of all. So we're going to use Audi as an example. System selection. So it's got 4 systems. You've got engine, transmission, ABS brakes and airbags. These are the 4 main systems in any vehicle. So the Ancel tool will cover minimum the 4 main systems in every vehicle. It should in any case. So that's what you can expect system coverage wise, which is absolutely fine if you've got a problem in one of those. Most home DIYers will look for faults in these systems in any case. Anything else and it's a bit more in-depth. It's probably generally seen as a more advanced tool. So we're going to use Audi on here as an example as well. This is actually what I should have said is this tool isn't hooked up to any vehicle. This tool is just hooked up to a laptop, but you can see there that is where you would plug it into a vehicle via one of these cables. So if we go to systems on this one, and we see the difference in system coverage. I hope we can in any case because it's not actually connected to a vehicle. So if we go to control modules and we go to common, or is there anywhere we can see all of them? Maybe not, but it splits them up into different sections. So if we go to common first of all, it's already giving us a wider range of systems. And if we go to back, we go to drivetrain, back we go chassis, comfort, and then we've got 3 sets of electronics. So I think what you can take from this, I will go through them all actually seeing as we're here, but what you can take from this is that the Foxwell tool goes way deeper into diagnosis than the Ancel tool. It does mean it's a better tool, but obviously you pay a price for that. Now one thing you also need to consider as well is, yes, you've got access to all of these systems, but do you really need them? Do you really need them in your vehicle if you're just a home DIYer? That's probably something only you could answer. Okay, so we'll just come out of that. That was a quick look at the system coverage. Yes, come out of that. Okay, system coverage, there we go. So special functions, well, special functions are what is classed as things that it can do over and above just simply diagnosing and resetting faults in whatever system you are looking at. So let's have a look at this one first of all. If we go to the reset, we've got reset ABS, that's ABS brake bleed system. New battery registration, reset brake, that's the electronic parking brake, reset oil, that's the oil service reset, and SAS is steering angle sensor. So those are classed as special functions. It gives us 5 special functions on the Ancel tool. If we look at the maintenance tab in the Foxwell tool, we're going to get a lot more. So we've got air fuel adjust, airbag module, brake bleeding, battery registration, tyre change, clutch adaptation, CVT, DPF is a big one, electronic parking brake, evap test, gear learn, headlamp, injector coding, language change, odometer, oil reset, and then I'm just going to quickly scroll through the rest of them. It's important to say though that it doesn't do these functions on, say, every single vehicle. It covers the majority of vehicles. Okay, are any of these tools wireless? No, you do need to use a cable running from these tools. One end of the cable goes into the tool, the other end goes into the diagnostic port of the vehicle. None of them will connect wirelessly. I do prefer, and this is my recommendation, always get a tool with a wired connection, because the wireless tools can sometimes be a little bit gimmicky unless you're paying a high price for a really good unit. The lower priced wireless tools, generally, I'm not afraid to hold back, and they are pretty crap. So try always to stick with a kit which has a wired connection. Okay, live data, they'll both give live data. This one may give graphing data, I suspect it will. This one will only give numeric live data, but either way you're going to get live data from both of them, which is a handy little feature to have. Updates, both of these tools come with free lifetime updates. If you see any website or anybody charging you for updates for any of these tools, stay clear of it because they are not genuine. If you go onto the genuine websites for these tools, you will find links to where you can update these tools for free for life. That is what the manufacturer will guarantee you. So don't pay for updates. Don't buy a tool which says, oh, you know, updates are free for the first year, then they're like £50 a year after that, because it's not genuine. It goes back to the whole, there are fakes, there are Chinese clones out there. They are crap. Don't go anywhere near them. This one, with regards to printing, this one doesn't have a print facility. This one you might be able to get into some sort of printing. I suspect if you can print, what you can do is you can record the data as you're going through it, and then you go to data manager. You might just be able to play it back, or you might be able to print it out. I'm not entirely sure, but I know this one definitely doesn't print. This one maybe. I need to do my homework on that. When it comes to power supply, both of these take their power from the vehicle battery. So when it's plugged in like this one, it'll take the power from the diagnostic port from the battery. This one, yes, this is plugged in right now to a USB laptop. You can plug them both into a USB laptop, but obviously as you're working your way through some of the icons, you'll probably get connection errors, because obviously what the tool is always looking to do, it's always looking to connect to a vehicle, and if it can't do that, then you will get connection errors. That's on some screens. On other screens you may be okay to just go through and look at what systems are available to diagnose. What else have we got? Screen size, both got, this is like a 4-inch screen, the Ancel tool. This one looks like it's probably a 5-inch screen, just a little bit bigger. But ultimately you get all of the information you need on both of the screens. And when it comes to languages, let's have a look at the languages. We go to settings, language, English, French, Spanish, German, I think it's Russian, Italian, Portuguese and Polish. For this tool we go to settings, language, and then I'm just going to show you these quickly. Just makes it a lot quicker. There we go. Alright, so multi-languages on both of the tools. More languages on this than you get for this. Summary. On which one would I choose? My circumstances are going to be different to your circumstances. Obviously, the price depends. The price pays it has a big factor on what tool you go for. It has a big factor on what functionality you get out of a tool. If you have a few cars that you're on your driveway, you know, you've got your car, your wife or your husband's car, and maybe your kid's car, or maybe a relative's car, something like that, and you only really want to sort of touch the service and maybe look at the faults that the garage you would put your car into a garage for, I would certainly say you don't need to look past this tool. It covers the main systems: engines, airbags, ABS, transmission. Those are the 4 main systems that most DIYers will look to diagnose, so there's no problem with going as far as the Ancel FX3000 kit, which is £340. Sorry, £240. If you're happy with the functionality of that, but you do want to go that little bit further, then, and also maybe you might be a garage, a small garage, a workshop, or a mobile mechanic, or indeed a home DIYer or a car enthusiast who wants to get the absolute most out of a tool, then yeah, I would say this one is suitable for your needs and best for your needs. If you're looking to just go into real deep diagnosis and you really know your stuff, or you want to learn your stuff, then yeah, absolutely this one here. But you know, there's nothing wrong with either of these tools. All depends on your own circumstances. So I hope this video has maybe helped you understand the differences between these two tools, and maybe make you learn a little bit more about these tools if you were looking to pick one up. Thanks for watching this video. We have loads more comparison videos on both of these tools on the channel, so if you wanted to see this tool or this tool in comparison with a different tool, then just search for it on our channel. If it's not there, we will have it coming. I promise you. We've got hundreds and hundreds to get through. So make sure maybe to hit that subscribe button and you'll see that on the channel. Thanks very much for watching, and please subscribe, and we'll see you soon.